Hello everybody, I am V Prospect, and for the last 6 months, I've been playing Fortnite on a keyboard and mouse. Up until that point, I've been playing on a PS5 controller, and today I want to talk about one thing that I don't see a lot of people talk about. In many keyboard and mouse progression videos, they either progress at an unrealistic rate or they don't get good at all. So today, I want to show you guys what an average casual player's keyboard and mouse progression looks like to give you a realistic timeline of what to expect when switching to keyboard and mouse. So let's get straight into it. Up first, I want to talk about my first month, what I encountered, and what it took to improve through that. So my first month obviously took a lot of adapting because I never touched a keyboard for gaming in my life. I had to adapt from using a controller, which is really simple, to having one hand do a mouse, one hand do a keyboard, and having a button for everything. So the first few weeks, I would say, of keyboard and mouse definitely consisted of a lot of doing single edits, simple builds, simple things like that. I was really heavy on the grind with my first month, so within a week I was doing triple edits, I was doing double edits back to back, but I still had no clue what to do in fighting. My movement sucked, my aim sucked, so I seriously had to practice those, which I did in my second month. But before I do talk about my second month, I want to show you guys the free build map that I've been using to improve so far. This map is called Prospects Free Build, map code is on screen. I specifically crafted this map so that you will have zero delay while free building. There's as little devices and as little buildings as possible so that when you are free building there's zero delay and it's just a simple uninterrupted experience. As you can see, the map has a very simple layout. Not much going on aside from the platform and the name, so that you can free build with no lag. Okay, now that we've talked about that, let's talk about my second month on keyboard and mouse. My second and my third month were very similar because in both months I wasn't playing the game too much. I was kind of on and off, but I did do a lot more creative, specifically box fights, zone wars, and speed piece control practice. And by doing these, I went from a really terrible player to a kind of alright player. I didn't necessarily get good, but I did get better. I definitely got the basics of fighting and I was able to get, not to where I was at on controller, but I was able to get further. But now my fourth month of keyboard and mouse progression is something that I would definitely say was a big shift because that's when a lot of things started to click and that's when I was finally able to start hitting clips for my highlights. I was finally able to hit clips that look good, I was able to look flashy at times, and I was able to win a lot of fights. Also, I was able to hit Unreal in Chapter 5 Season 1, which I think is pretty cool. And like I said, I'm kind of a casual player. I play when I stream and I play when I make videos, but outside of that, I don't really play the game too much. And I'm kind of on and off with the stream schedule, you know what I mean? So I'm not the most active player. I'm definitely an average player. But in my fifth month of keyboard and mouse progression, that's definitely where I started playing a lot more. I was doing daily streams, and in these daily streams, I was doing a lot of pubs, a lot of zone wars, and through this, I got realistic sound practice. I was practicing going against good players, bad players, all types of players, you know what I mean? And I think by having that diversity in the people that I went against is how I really started to develop what I call the keyboard playstyle. And before I talk about my 6th month, I want to actually go into detail about this keyboard playstyle. Because I think it goes without saying that there are things you could do on controller and not on keyboard and vice versa. So a big part of going from controller to keyboard is in learning how to play keyboard. You've got to let go of your old controller playstyle and pick up something new on keyboard. The keyboard playstyle is definitely unique, you know, and I feel like it's way better in general than the controller playstyle, and it's something that you pick up on throughout your keyboard and mouse journey. And now the 6th month. The 6th month is kind of the month I'm currently at, you know, and I've just been doing some ranked grind and recovering from the daily stream era, you know. And honestly, ranked is not that hard. It's a lot easier than it was before, which I'm happy to hear, happy to see. And I haven't been playing the game too much in this last week or two, but I have definitely seen a lot of improvement. And I think I could confidently say at this point that I have surpassed my controller skill level and am now way better at the game. I play with a lot more IQ, and I think that ties in with this keyboard mindset that I was talking about, because now I'm playing a lot smarter and I'm just playing a lot better in general. And if I were to give some advice to someone switching to keyboard and mouse themselves or thinking about it, I would tell them that the first few months or weeks will suck. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be a headache, you know. Learning the buttons is going to be like you're going to be at complete ground zero and you're going to have to build your way up key by key, piece by piece. but I would say stick with it because it's so worth it. I'm not yet where I want to be on keyboard. I'm not at my dream play style, play level, but it's definitely worth it. I can feel the improvement, I can feel it all, and I'm grateful, you feel me? So I would say just stick with it. And me personally, my goal is to become a pro. I want to be able to play some tournaments, and I want to be good like that, you know? And while I am certainly a far way away from it, shoot or shoot, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna shoot. But that's really all I've got today in my 6th month keyboard and mouse progression. It's really just all about consistency, and it's all about confidence. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in my next video.